Hey, what's going on, guys? Donkey here, and welcome back to a little bit more of the Town of Light. So we're going to be starting Chapter 3. We're beginning exactly where we left off in Episode 2, or Chapter 2. So we got Charlotte to the area that she needed. We watched the cutscene. We found out a little bit more about Renee's past and what she endured when she was taken to the psychiatric ward when she was 16. So right now I think we're going to hit the observatory.
The door is locked from the outside. Here the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
So it looks like they kept a bunch of, I'm going to call them inmates or patients, if you will, inside this room. Very tight quarters. Probably due to lack of spacing, so we can't get out of here. Whoa. Is there somebody here with me? Somebody just ran off. I mean, do I really want to go outside this door to figure it out? I mean, it's almost like we're just reliving the experience. This is crazy. Can't go there. There.
You can't get out of here. Only the dead can leave this place.
Guess we're kind of screwed there. Only the dead can leave this place. So this was what we saw in her image. These must be quarters. Let's take a look here. It's pretty much. Is there light? Not that that really makes it much better. That's locked. That's locked. And we have a room full of tables. Maybe this was the mess. What the? What is that? Is that a doll or is that a person? What is this? I don't know. This looks like another memory. Oh shit, I can move around. And when these motherfuckers are gonna reach out and grab me. Yeah, you just get out of my way. Oh. What in the world? I'm not liking this. This does not look good. This is that long hallway that I turned the light on to, so it's directing us back here where this goes to the bathroom, showers. I mean, you got to think that these people were probably abused.
He laughed, panted, and slobbered all over me. It hurt me when he touched me. I thought I'd suddenly split open with a loud crack, and I would be shattered into pieces. I felt fragile, sick, dirty, degraded. All I could do was clutch Charlotte tightly while Renee obeyed. He was the master in the realm of light. I was being consumed by the evil act I had committed. I threw up and could feel hell getting closer and closer. Those tests the doctors did to me. They said there was something growing inside, and they wanted to drag it out of me.
Man, that's so sad. That's so sad. Oh, chapter 4. Wow, that went by really quick. So we'll go ahead and combine these chapters. That was pretty sad. So basically, she was raped and then got pregnant, and I wonder. It sounded like, or at least it implied that maybe they did an abortion. So that was pretty bad. Just gonna check and see what all we have going on in this area. I can understand the statements that they made at the beginning of the game with a lot of disturbing scenes and just reliving Renee's experience and what happened to her as a child. I mean, even at 16, she's still a child, a young adult, and being abused, sexually abused and raped and tortured, and going through that traumatic experience when you're placed in a home that's supposed to be good for you, to help you because you're having psychiatric issues. It's sad. It's really sad. So before we go outside, I just want to double check something. Because, I mean, there's so much in this game that you can overlook. Obviously, I've overlooked some things as I've moved along. I see right here, there's another note. It's a letter. So feel free to read those if you guys would like. I'm not going to go through and read the detail on them. I'm still a little disturbed by the last cutscene. But unfortunately, that's life. I mean, and it sucks because that shit does happen. So now we can go through and open up some of these rooms. I think I'm going to do that before we head outside. I don't know if that's the right progression in the game, but I do like to explore the area just to make sure we don't leave anything behind. So let's go back and see if we can open up the other rooms. We might actually find some information on the other patients in this place. What happened to them, what their experiences were. So the beds are labeled. There's blood stains and rust and we'll take a look at that. Okay, let's go ahead and access it right now. So this is everything with Renee's experience. Goes by the chapters. Oh, so we've done these. Scroll all the way over here. I don't recall these from before.
He felt accused, hurt. I chased him away. I insulted him. He was proud, handsome. He said things about me to other people, which he shouldn't have said. Mother caught me coming home drunk. She beat me and sent me to speak to Don Gino every day. He came back and tried to speak to me. I think he liked me. Sometimes I sent him packing and I started shouting at him, but other times I embraced him. I held him tight and loved him. But he couldn't bind himself to me. I was 16 and ill. I had no future. I didn't get out of bed for weeks. Then I did things I was ashamed of. I slept with men. The guilt tore at my soul, and the light came back to torture me. I invented stories to justify my actions. I couldn't bear my own weight. Mom found out about it. Her voice split my head. I pushed her away because I was afraid of dying, and I shouted to the whole world what was happening to me, and that I didn't understand. The police arrived, and they carted me away. I remember the onlookers shaking their heads. They would be better off without me, cleansed of shame, with something to talk about for a while.
It's pretty cool that we have the ability to take a look at these. So these are her memories. That's cool. Since we've already seen that, I'm not going to relive some of those experiences. So let's take a look. Oh, there are more lockers over here. Close that. It's locked. So some of these are locked and some of them are not. I was hoping to be able to find something in these lockers. It doesn't appear that there are any notes. Oh, look, I missed one right there. And again, feel free to pause this and read the text on the right side if you'd like the translation. Okay, so here are the names. Leonardo Lezzi. Okay, let's see here. Who's this? David. What was this? No, can't open that one. Interesting. Make damn sure that we're not forgetting. I always forget to look like up in the top area as well. Okay. There's nothing over here. The developers did a pretty good job of putting stuff. What the hell was that? Putting stuff in here. Thunder outside. That's what that was. I mean, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell if it's in the game or outside because the sounds in the game are really, really good. They did a good job with that. Okay, so just this right here, this whole hospital, and I can understand where the Silent Hill feel comes from because if you remember the original Silent Hill when you get the static on the radio and the alarms would go off and things would change, it had that rust effect. The walls would change. If you look here, this is what it reminds me of. All of this. It has that Silent Hillish feel. Now that's pretty damn cool. Okay. And we went into this room, correct? I believe so. The door's open. You can definitely get turned around in the area for sure. Because all these doors were locked. We didn't have access to them. I don't believe there's anything in here. There's a bloody mattress. Another large open room. And God, I wish they would have.
She stayed with Renee during those terrible medical examinations, and that gave her the strength to survive.
I wish they would have made Silent Hills. I think that game would have been awesome. Hopefully somebody will pick that up and do that. I feel it would kind of be something like this, but obviously a lot scarier. Okay, so now we're back out to the central area. Yeah, because, right? That door's locked. That door's locked. Yes. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go outside. We've opened up all the doors to the rooms. We've explored all of those. I'm trying to get the most out of this game because I do realize it is a relatively short game by today's standards, but I do want to make the most out of it. So if I remember correctly, it's down this way because we came out of the bathroom area. We can go. This is the area I did not go into before. Okay, I'm not exactly sure why they allowed us out here. Maybe just because this is the only place. That's what it is. So this was pretty much an area to get the patients outside. It was built within the facility itself. So they had this really small courtyard area, and this is where they could go. And of course, they would, obviously lock the doors behind them. And that was it. Look at that. High walls, can't get out. This door was locked, right? Couldn't get out these doors. Okay. So let's make our way. Assuming maybe we go back upstairs because I don't think we can go this way. Still hear something moving around. No, cannot do that. What is this room? It's radiology. It's gynecology. What's in here? We didn't have access to this room before, I don't think. No. What's in here? Oh, wow. So that was the chair they obviously showed her in. Telephone. So this looks like the whole reproductive system. Human anatomy. Interesting. There's a cup there. Make sure there's nothing I'm missing. I have a feeling once I do this, it's probably going to trigger a cutscene. Well, right there.
August 21st, 1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I'm referring a patient to you, Renee T. This wretched girl got out of control and caused trouble in the grounds. She's almost 3 months pregnant. The nurses should be more alert. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll handle things very carefully, don't worry. We don't want to make matters worse. Then they said that Renee was crazy, and that the illness was all in her head. Careful, little girl, careful. I was scared, and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renee. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said. Everything's going to be fine. Do you want to know what I'm writing? I note down what I observe in you, everything I see. He didn't hate Renee. He tried to help her, but he rarely examined her in those small surgeries.
This door wasn't open before. In chapter 5. Wow, there's like noises and stuff everywhere. It's kind of crazy. I'm gonna go in here and let's check this out. Looks like some more notes. It's 3 of 8. It's like voices. Definitely hear voices. The voices stopped. There's a book or something right here.
June 1935.
Oops.
June 1935. After much theorizing and practice in clinics for the privileged, the moment for action has finally arrived. Volterra is the right place. It's an avant-garde hospital, The perfect place for a doctor who really wants to make a difference. November 20th. Crossing the threshold of the asylum was similar to entering another dimension. A world of smells, noises, and images which it is almost impossible to imagine, describe, or explain. August 1936. The situation is similar to that in many other institutions. The department is overcrowded. Hundreds of patients are supervised by a handful of nurses who are forced to tie the more distressed ones to their beds or to radiators. They do 24-hour shifts. It's impossible to work like this. We doctors rarely see the female patients, and it's the nurses.
It's the nurses who tell us what's happening to the women. I don't know why she didn't finish what she was saying, but in any case. There's surgery. Can we? Oh, we can go in here now. Whoa. Some freaky shit. I don't know why I opened these. There's nothing in them. Some books. Nothing of importance there. What's this? The brain. Brains. Wow, surgery. Looks like they were performing autopsies, possibly. I'll pick that up in a minute. Syringes. Telephone. Close. Guess it wanted to open. There's nothing over there. I know what that's for. We can't open the door. Excellent. Hey, open back up, damn it. I guess we can't really do anything with that.
March 12th, 1938. Renee T., 16 years old. Menstruation at age 12. Housewife. Father unknown. Mother a seamstress. Admitted in observation yesterday morning from Pontedera, accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for a psychiatric evaluation, which I have carried out. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she had tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We can't read this document. It is forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there will be trouble.
Oh, whoa, what's this? We're going with that one. I don't know if that's the right choice.
Have you ever wondered who you are? Yes, of course you've wondered.
What the fuck is this? You ever wondered who you are? Yes, of course you've wondered. Doesn't matter, I'm here for you. Relative, maybe your child? Oh, wow. Does this affect the story is going to be my question. Let's stick with this one. What's the X?
I never had children. I don't think. Let's read it. I must understand. I must remember. She is frightened, hears noises and ghosts, presents serious signs of anxiety, psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, her expression is distressed, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand things properly. She has been feeling unwell for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. I am always scared of her. She chases me." "Why are you here?" "I argued with my mother and was so upset that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children whispered, called my name."
Wow.
March 16th. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. April 4th. Transferred to the calm ward, still under my supervision. "Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renee. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at the stake." April 21st. She's more awake this morning and is responding to questions, complains of headaches. She became agitated when she found out her mother was there. She says that one day, many years earlier, she was with a friend of hers and met a man who made her get into a car and took her for a ride. He made her smoke cigarettes and drink liquor, and the man showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep what had happened a secret. These facts were essentially confirmed by her mother. After that, she became arrogant, impatient, and hostile towards her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public. Her moods would swing from laughter to tears. She rants. She pleasures herself. "I can't remember these things, only the guilt, the stake. I know I deserve to pay for that guilt. I knew it even then."
So it's kind of cool we're learning a little bit about Renee's past, maybe what she went through.
She was uncooperative during the examination. She didn't want to be stripped and her body remained rigid. Voluntary attention almost totally absent. Probable hallucinations. April 25th. Confused ideas, unable to maintain a spontaneous conversation. Reflexes all normal. Reactive pupils. "Let's find Amara, and we'll find the full medical records."
Interesting. So those were the first clues. So those are medical records then. I think that's pretty neat. Now, I don't know if the choices that I chose were the right ones. That's pretty wicked. Or the wrong ones. Is that? Those must be pictures of Renee. But it's cool nonetheless. Oh, there were the missing ones on the diary. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and end this episode on this note, and then we'll pick up on the next episode right here, and we'll read those diary entries or let them auto-read to you. So far, pretty cool. Just a whole lot going on now that we kind of understand the basis of why she was put in the mental hospital and what she went through, what transpired while she was there. So obviously we have more exploring to do and more clues to pick up to find out more about her. I mean, the whole thing about them wanting to burn her like a witch, it's, I don't know, that's just kind of insane to think that they would do something like that back in the 40s still, that was even a thought process, because witch burning obviously was during an earlier time. It's just not something that was more of a common practice in the 40s. So anyway, if you guys liked the episode, as always, hit that like button. If you did not, hit that thumbs down, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Y'all take care.